Hello fellow lovers of the liminal and the weird, and welcome to another video by Liminal Spaces. Today I'm going to continue going through my Stephen King shelf, and I'm going to try to do more books than I have been doing. I'm doing like 8 or 9 at a time for the last videos, but now we're to the Stephen King books that I actually haven't read. Give me a second here. We're now looking at books that I haven't read, so I should be able to go through them a lot quicker. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all on this antique book holder here, because these are really fat books. Stephen King went on a bender here of really fat books. But yeah, we'll start with Desperation. Oh, these are late 90s into the early 2000s. That's what I'm getting through now. So there's Desperation. I absolutely love this cover, by the way. I think it's one of the coolest Stephen King covers that I've seen. I should figure out really quick who did the jacket art here. These are all first editions that I'll be showing. Front jacket art is by Mark Ryden. Yeah, I really love that cover by Mark Ryden. It's super cool. And that had a novel that apparently is connected. These tell the kind of the same story from different multiverse perspectives. I think Stephen King really got into the idea of multiverse as he was writing The Dark Tower and these. I think he kept getting into that. Is this also by Mark Ryden? Yes it is. Another really cool cover. I'm kind of interested in these. I didn't even know of them coming out. Like when I, as a teenager, stopped reading, I really didn't keep up with Stephen King at all. I didn't know what was coming out. Here's kind of an expensive first edition. This is Wizard and Glass, The Dark Tower. I think it's 4. Yeah, I think this is The Dark Tower 4. And this is the original Grant first edition. This was $45 when it came out in 1997, which is a huge amount for that time. A beautiful book, and it has really cool artwork in it. It reminds me of the Sandman stuff, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the artist but of the Sandman stuff, but this looks like the covers. I don't know if it's the same guy. Let's see who did this jacket. Art by Dave McKean. Yeah, even the cover design and all illustrations. You'll have to tell me if Dave McKean is the one that did Sandman. Here we got The Bag of Bones, a haunted love story. I've actually heard this is pretty good, but yeah, I don't know anything about it. Next is an original screenplay for Storm of the Century. Now, I've always felt that Stephen King is not so great at writing his own screenplays. It doesn't always turn out well when he writes them. But I do have this. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if the movie's any good. But yeah, this is a rare Stephen King Storm of the Century screenplay. Next we have The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, which is, I think, about a young girl stuck in the forest trying to find her way back. Next we have one of my personal favorite Stephen Kings. This one I have read, and that is On Writing. Number 1, this is a really fun read for anybody that enjoys writing. I think Stephen King has some wonderful things to say about the craft of writing. Number 2, the autobiographical portions of this are absolutely wonderful. Him talking about writing Carrie and Tabitha helping him and selling that first book. The story is so wonderful and absolutely worth a read. Really wonderful book. Next up we have Dreamcatcher. Again, I don't know anything about this. I know that there was a movie made of it. I haven't seen the movie either, so I don't know, but there it is. It's got a nice painting of some deer and a wolf and some rabbits on the front there. Looks like Cliff Nielsen did that jacket design. Next we have Black House. This is by Stephen King and Peter Straub, and I've heard it's wonderful. It's, of course, part 2 of the Talisman series, I guess it is now. And I believe there's a third one coming out that Peter Straub did write some of. They weren't done, but they had been working on a third one. But yeah, I haven't been able to. I've DNF'd the Talisman twice. I got to make it through that in order to read this eventually. Here we have a short story collection called Hearts in Atlantis. Haven't read anything in it, so I don't know. But it looks cool. Next up is Stephen King's From a Buick 8, returning back to cars. I think this is the first book in some kind of interconnected series. Is this the first book that has the character Holly? I'm not sure. But yeah, I know that he's written more in this universe about the... I think it's like detective fiction. This is Stephen King detective fiction. Here again we have a short story collection. This is called Everything's Eventual. 14 Dark Tales. This is a wraparound cover that I really do enjoy. It's a really cool wraparound cover. The jacket illustration is by Mark. That is some small print. Stutzman. Mark Stutzman. Incredible jacket on that one. Maybe if I can find a picture of the whole wraparound, I'll put it up here. And then he went on a Dark Tower bender. We get the 5th book of the Dark Tower, Wolves of the Kala. Again, with beautiful illustrations in here. Let's see who does the illustrations this time. Is this Grant again? Yeah, this is Grant. This is a Grant first edition. Illustrated by Bernie Wrightson. These aren't as abstract pictures as that last guy, Mark Geston. Was that his name? These are more direct photographs, I guess. More, I don't want to say realism because they're obviously fantasy. There's the cover image. Yeah, really good looking book. Then he jumps to Song of Susanna. This is the Dark Tower 6. Wolves of the Kala was 5. And this is illustrated by Daryl Anderson. It looks like they got a different person every time, which is, I think, is cool, actually. Oh yeah, this is going back to some more abstract stuff. Some of it. This guy's like somewhere in between the last two. And finally, he finished it up with the Dark Tower 7. I know the Wind Through the Keyhole is actually the last one, I think. But yeah, this is the last part of the main series. The Wind Through the Keyhole is just an addition. This is illustrated by Michael Whelan. Cool. I do like Michael Whelan. I've heard so much about the end of this. It's never been spoiled for me, so I don't have a spoiler ending. But I've heard people defend the ending. I've heard people hate the ending. I think that this was a heck of a journey for a lot of people, and I think some people felt let down, and others felt it was wonderful. But yeah. I'll read it eventually. I will. I know Deb wants to read it. So maybe... God, they're so thick. They're ridiculously thick. I wonder if the Audible of these are any good. Let me know if the Audible of the Dark Tower series are any good. Because that could be something that I could just focus my listening in the car to, is just listening to these. Getting through them that way. And then I can continue my regular reading time doing stuff for... regular stuff for the channel while getting through this mammoth series. But I have heard wonderful things, and I would like to check it out. So, yeah, let me know if the Audible's any good. All right, that is the late 90s and early 2000s Stephen King books. I think I might have 1 or 2 more of these videos, and then I'll be done with my Stephen King shelves. All right, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.